And it's my pleasure to introduce the 2016 United States Marine Corps AVCA NCAA Division I-II Men's National Coach of the Year, Pete Hanson from The Ohio State University. Bringing home the Coach of the Year trophy in 2000 and 2011, Coach Hanson is back for the third time. He comes back to the stage as the defending NCAA Division I-II National Champion and the mentor of the 2016 AVCA National Player of the Year. A hearty hometown salute to the NCAA Division I-II Men's National Coach of the Year, the Pete Hanson.
Congratulations, Peter. I've long admired and respected your work. First knew you when you were an assistant women's coach at Wyoming. You won the national championship in, was it 2011? What was the difference in the pressure and preparation between the 2 years?
I don't think there was much pressure and preparation, Terry. The group that we had this past season had not been very successful for the previous couple of years. It was a new group that started over after the 2011 championship, and they had kind of taken their lumps as freshmen, learned a little bit more as sophomores, and began to figure it out as juniors. And once they kind of figured it out as a coaching staff, we got out of the way and let them go.
I had the chance to watch your national championship match, and I've been to some Final Fours for the men. What could coaches of women's volleyball learn from men's volleyball?
Well, I don't know if there's a specific thing. I think we can both learn in both directions. I'd like to say that the sport should be inclusive rather than exclusive to one gender or the other.
But go ahead and be political.
No, there's too many on the other side of the ledger that can run me down.
Well, you mentioned that you in particular in the national championship match, that men's volleyball tends to be a little bit more data-driven.
Yes.
And I asked you for an example or two when you're playing BYU. Can you give us?
Well, my assistant coach, my young assistant, Kevin Birch, who spent some time with Russ Rose at Penn State and with some other extremely talented coaches, really drilled down into the data and found that even though Ben Patch is a fabulous player, Ben Patch was a human player in certain rotations.
He was a right side player for BYU.
And he was inhuman in a couple of rotations. And we just said, well, we're not going to worry about those rotations, and we'll try to control Ben when he is human in the other rotations, and it worked out quite well for us.
So you found out something that you might not have seen.
Yeah.
And as I see women's programs get that data, I'm not sure they're at a point where they're using it quite as much as men's programs are?
Well, I'm not sure I would agree with that. I'm sure they are, yeah. But I think it's just a matter of how you can then apply it.
Well, thank you very much. And Jeff Carlson told me if you win the national championship at Ohio State, you get to go out there to football halftime with a tuba and dot the I. Is that true?
No, that's not true.
Okay.
No, they didn't hand me a tuba.
Thank you.
Thank you, Terry.